say how you're feeling about the whole situation or anything that you want to say for a little light when they come out.
I wish you could have met my mama, your grandma. That's all I want to say. I don't want to cry. Please be a boy.
Watch you come at a girl now, just because you said it on film.
Well, I want it to be a girl just for the name reason. You know, I have my mom's name.
Mm-hmm.
But I want them to have a boy because that's what they want to have.
We're gonna put it well, I didn't get enjoyment in the last this summer. I was in the hospital for weeks.
Okay, take some slow deep breaths.
So we got one last picture before the baby's born. At least this thing takes up, but get some close up.
I need, is there a flash?
Yes, heart rate. Kind of going all over the place.
Yeah, I could have got one of these free. That, just like, be cheap like me and be quiet.
Yeah.
Not me.
Sophie.
Oh, it's reverse. Okay, that's nice to know. But I like it. It's my fault.
If you're with other people,
Yeah.
Are you okay with everybody in the room when she checks you?
Let's not have one of them.
Okay, don't see the flash.
do you mind opening this? I don't see the flash on here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna check and see where we're at.
Probably just one
You guys just make sure to stay facing that way.
Oh, yeah.
Your baby's really low. You're 2 to 3 centimeters
That
still.
came out
You're
very good.
0. One. That band's gonna pop, and when it does, let's go back over to this side.
Oh. Okay, that's all I wanted.
Seeing if the flash
We're just trying to get your baby's heart rate to go back up.
They can bring a tip short.
in front.
So you don't have one of those that you take off and put an extender on it?
Oh, yeah, you can take this off.
Oh, you got different ones you put on?
No.
You have to buy them?
No, she just got that epidural. She was captured this morning, 8:45 clear
So
fluid.
you get some that you can do warm on?
Sure.
They have some that.
Yeah,
are
let's
good
try
for
hands and
portraits
knees.
and
Can you get on your hands and knees, my dear?
Kind of like what's probably.
Good, nice big deep breaths for your baby.
Do you want to have Eric come in and I can go in the back?
Slow breaths. We're just trying to get his or her heart rate back up, okay?
So we'll have to keep at the first basketball game at Oregon was yesterday. Well, they had 2 expeditions. They usually they have like 12 free games that are easy to get into. And they're only like $10, $4 charge, so it's only 14. They only fill half the gym. You and me and Damien, you haven't been to any of that games, have you? Well, you went to the baseball game.
No, that was Beavers, right?
Beavers and that.
Oh, yeah.
So, broke her water. She started contracting every 1 to 2 minutes.
That was, you've never been to a football
She's had
game?
an epidural. I just checked her with the D-cell. She's like 2 to 3, almost +1, like 0 +1.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
oxygen on, a bolus. Turn it back on her back. Yep. Back on her back.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can put in that.
Turn
I
towards
guess
me.
I'll just turn
Turn this way. You're like, look out the window first, and then roll over onto
Oh,
your
yeah, I'm
back.
trying to take off. Can I go now? Can I turn around?
And then we can go all the way on your back.
Can I turn-
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
See how we're doing. I don't need to see all the pain.
One second, check your.
I don't want that. I need
Back up.
we're all on your old ones.
What do you want first?
Scalp, sure.
Yeah, two of them.
That service is still just really tight there.
Hey, yeah.
Why?
You're doing really well today. I know it's scary. We're getting a better monitor so we can hear what's going on with this heart for your belly bands here in a second.
We have some turbine.
Can you grab
Get
turf?
some? That's what we may end up having to do. That'll
And she
stay.
can think back to like in August or July when she was having pain down
Here, let's see if that works.
there. Just think of history. Well, she had one on her back.
No.
Not working?
Let's try again.
That's Susie has that one.
Yeah, that's probably accurate then. Here, you can see, grab some turbio.
Yeah,
Someone's
Jade's
grabbing it.
grabbing Turb.
Alright, I'll probably give her a dose. Alright, we're just trying to
Oh, that's.
Figure out what's going on here. So this is a contraction monitor. It's going to tell
I
us
remember that one.
how strong the contractions are.
You turn your car over down here.
Yeah, not like she was.
Extending.
If you hadn't come in. Well, it's a good thing we found her.
I can see stuff. Yeah. Can you cough once? Like a hard cough.
Alright, let's give it a second here.
Yeah,
Now we're all there.
could just be kind of a combination of things. Blood pressure's okay right now, but
It's been okay. It's cycling every 3.
alright, let's give it a couple minutes, okay? Baby looks better at the moment.
I'm actually going to leave you just in this position because it's a happy associated baby for a few minutes and then I might turn you side to side.
Where did they do your circulage
I
at?
can see her.
Oh, just
All
you.
the big
Okay.
scooter
I'll
eyes.
try to look at the report from it just to double check. Like I said, your cervix just still has that really tight band all the way around. I think that's part of the problem is that you're not dilating past it just yet. So I just want to look at that and see, make sure there's nothing unusual there. Okay? I'll be back though. Everything looks better now. So let's get in there. Okay?
Just don't let that fall.
Could the epidural have done that?
It
Like,
could have if her blood pressure's dropped during it, but they've been stable. So she could have had too many contractions on top of each other and the baby didn't have a time to recover. Or here she could have like rolled on the cord and then gotten stuck on the cord.
okay.
So that's why we flip and try different positions to relieve that pressure off the cord. And that's why we do oxygen and the fluid to better perfuse, like more blood, more oxygen to the baby. You can see how much better he looks. So, and that band, it is like your baby's coming lower and lower and it's so tight. Like I really think it's gonna go 2 to 3 centimeters to like 10. Because it's just gonna pop and it's gonna be big. I really think that. And he's looking so much better.
Let's see after the baby's born.
But
I don't need seeing her in pain. I'm sure if something happens,
You
they'll
live
let me
for
know.
pain.
And I'm sure something
There's
happens, they'll let me
Don't
know.
worry, we videotaped it.
Really high spike. different monitor. You're still like epidurals can slow down contractions, and you're still kind of cranking them away.
Atta girl.
No one's allowed to say the sex.
Me and Lisa went over the fact of that when we were sitting out there.
I only posted a picture of you and Paul.
If they want to know before the baby leaves
But,
the hospital, they have to come and see it.
I posted it to Mom's page. I'm not doing any more to her page until you do.
What picture?
You're standing together.
Mom got this for the baby.
Got something for baby too.
Huh?
But I got something for baby too.
I'm just excited to get to know when I get to run downstairs and buy
What I put on there
pink
so
or blue
far.
balloons, right?
Or
Mom's page.
She told us we couldn't come back in the room after the baby's born without
We're not gonna do
balloons.
any
That
more
was
on there.
like,
If you leave the room.
yeah, if we leave the room, we have to come back with balloons, right? That was the rule once the baby's born.
Or flowers.
Can
Okay,
you hold your legs
I
up
think we
here
can
while
do
you
that.
look?
I'm pretty sure they sell balloons or flowers here.
I'm down the right off the street. My car right there.
I've become like an expert at shooting without showing.
Good job.
So good at this. I mean, like from this angle, you can't see anything anyway.
I know, it's your eyelid or your IV. It's like, oh, every time you clamp your,
Even in like
Okay.
Don't pass out, please.
Did you feel how tight it is?
yeah,
Just odd.
I did. I told her it felt like one of those, like when it goes, it's just gonna go all the way. It's so tight. Not really. So the baby's heart rate dropped twice, I guess. I didn't know until he started having me turn around and stuff. And the cerclage, scar tissue is so bad that it's not really moving. It's so bad that they thought that a piece of cerclage was still left in there. So how long did it take you guys? Like 45 minutes
At
to
least.
determine that it wasn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they went back and forth. It might be scar tissue or it could be a piece of cerclage. And they had another doctor to come in to try to figure out the mystery. Turns out there's no cerclage and it's just really, really, really bad scar tissue that's formed like a lump. And he kept trying over and over to stretch out the cervix just a little bit, and he said he couldn't even do that. And so there's a good possibility that I can have a C-section because the contractions are not stopping. Oh, and I forgot that I got an epidural. I think they know that already.
I videotaped it.
The contractions were not stopping and I didn't get really a break. Felt like it was like 15-second break and I couldn't do the pain anymore. I just couldn't. And I'm thankful I got the epidural because it's not even changing my cervix. So I'd be in terrible pain with no change and basically being pain for nothing. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. And so they're giving me some time and hopefully I change. And if I don't, right, then it's a C-section.
Yeah, we'll probably check you in an hour.
Yep, not looking good, but we'll hope. Okay.
Here. I'm bend this leg.
Still the same.
So, and the issue is, I don't think we're gonna make progress because your cervix is getting very swollen around that. So there's still that tight band, and before your cervix felt like this, now your cervix feels more like this. And that's because baby's head just keeps pushing, and the more it pushes, the more it causes swelling.
Does that take away the effacement?
Yeah, it doesn't really take away the effacement, it just tells us that the baby's not fitting through for whatever reason. Now, again, most likely this is just bad scar tissue in that area, but I mean, we've now given it another 2.5 hours on top of what we did last time. And my feeling is that you're not going to break through that scar tissue, or at this point, even if you did break through that scar tissue, it would probably mean tearing in that area, which isn't good either, unfortunately. So I know you were really hoping we'd be able to do a vaginal delivery, but I think unfortunately our best option is gonna be the C-section, only because, again, we haven't made any progress really. We were the same when they took your cerclage out a couple of weeks ago. You're contracting well on the monitor. I mean, you obviously felt that you were contracting well before the epidural. And we're still the exact same, so I can just barely get my 2 fingers in and it still just feels really firm. And now what I can feel is that the cervix is a little bit swollen, and then the top of baby's head is gonna have just a little swollen spot, which is fine, it doesn't hurt the baby at all. But basically the baby's trying to push through that little tiny area, and so it's getting a little bit of edema on the top of the head from trying to get through. So, I think at this point, for whatever reason, this baby just isn't gonna fit with that cervix. So cerclage kind of more than did its job. Got you past 40 weeks, which is good, but I think, most likely this is just scarring like we talked about. They said they got the whole stitch, and the kind of stitch that they use should be thicker than this band that we're feeling. So I think just having that cerclaging, your body really reacted strongly to it with a lot of inflammation, and really just made a really thick scar, because I can even feel scar where the knot was, because your body tried to cover over where the stitch was. So again, it's something we can do kind of in a controlled fashion. They'll make sure you're nice and numb. This way we'll get the tubal done at the same time, assuming that's still the plan. Right? You still want the tubal? Okay. And we'll, he'll be able to be back there with you, and I think, at this point we've given it quite a few hours, and like I said, if it were any progress at all, if the scar felt looser, or if the scar felt like it was gonna try to open up, I would say give it more time, but right now, we're kind of going in the opposite direction. Everything is just kind of, because basically the baby's head keeps pushing there, and the more it pushes, it just causes swelling, just like anywhere else you can get swelling. And again, that doesn't hurt anything. The swelling will go down once you're delivered, but it's just a sign that baby's definitely not fitting through that space. Cervix, okay? So I'll go talk to the other anesthesia doctors. Dr. McCarty, who was in here earlier, usually will come back and assist as well, just because usually we have 2 doctors back there. Okay? All right, I'll go kind of.
I have a question with the C-section.
Yeah.
Do you guys cut the same
Yeah,
scar?
we'll use the same scar if at all possible. I can't remember, your scar's in a pretty standard location, so it should be fine. What we'll do is we'll go through the scar, and then we can kind of, if we need to go higher or lower, we can kind of angle under the skin. So, yeah. Yeah, and then we'll just get the tubal done at the same time.
How long will it take?
Total, be back there for maybe an hour. It's highly variable. It can be 30 minutes if she doesn't have a lot of scar tissue there. If she has a lot of scar tissue, it can be an hour or longer. Basically, getting the baby out is pretty quick, 5 to 10 minutes, but then depending on how much scarring there is will determine how long it takes to go the other direction to get back out.
And adding
And
that
Stay with
tubal?
me a little time in the room.
Baby? Yeah, as long as he or she's doing well.
Yeah, as long as
There will
they're
be
doing-
like a moment when they're finishing the tubal and that's closing you up that dad will be with him in the recess room, and then once we get you transferred to the other bed, you'll be with him.
That's only a few minutes.
It's
right?
only a few
Okay.
minutes. It's towards the end. Yeah.
Good, good, good.
Where it wouldn't be safe for you to hold him.
We still want her to be the first one to find out what the sex is.
Oh yes.
Yep.
So we
Okay.
won't
Yeah.
announce
No
it.
announcing.
Yeah, all right. I will be back here shortly. I'm just gonna go talk to the.
You, other than strangers.
So we give you 3 medications before we go back to the OR. 2 of them are to help settle your stomach so you'll feel better, okay? One of them's pretty nasty that you have to drink.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Oh,
about that.
yes.
Oh, I know, I always...
No, I might puke it up.
I know.
This one's not gonna be like Kira.
I love you.
okay?
I'm gonna go tell Dad.
This one's gonna
I'll
be
be back.
completely different. I know you're
I'll see you when you
scared.
have your little baby.
But this one isn't a sideswipe 24-week baby. I mean, this he's fully cooked, ready to come out. He just can't go that way. Scar tissue. It's okay, honey, okay?